So what you see here is the remaining parts for the torso of this, because in the manual you have to build it, you have to start it from the top down, so to speak. Odd how it does that. But we'll put this to the side and we'll begin putting these guys together. So taking this part, you want to take two of these, and I gotta see the orientation of this. Yeah. Okay. According to this, you want to make sure that these two curved parts are like this. There's a little hole in the back. Make sure they're facing backwards, because I don't see that in the instructions as showing it being faced forward. So bring it down like so, and then bring this part over it like so. There we go. Feels nice and sturdy. Now there's a part here that you slide to the side and bring it in like that. Obviously this represents the neck joint, because here is the collar. Goes like that. Now I can do it this way, or I can just put it there and then bring this part over it, but I don't think that's necessary. See, this part here, when you put it together, it will represent the actual connection joint for, you know, for the torso connecting to the waist. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the last screw part that I see here. I guess Bandai oversaturated these kits with extra screws just in case you lose one. And conveniently, you can put the bolt here, where you don't have to worry about it being held someplace else. Then bring in the silver bolt screw, and then turn it around like so. And tighten it up really good. There we go. That's good. And then from here, you just snap it into place. There we go. Let's keep that there. Alright, so this part is done. More preparations here. We will need this, this, and this. This is actually the front part of the kit, which will require this cool little jewel. Let's remove it from the plastic. Oh wow, jewel came out right out of the bag. I mean, right in the bag, I mean. I'll just... Come on, get out here. Come on, get out. This is nice. Alright. So the jewel goes here in this yellow part. Shouldn't be that hard to put on. And if you lose this part, obviously, if you go to what we have here in the United States called AC Moore or Michaels, which is basically a craft store. Maybe you could find one of these guys there in case you lose it. So we put this part over here, like so. So you can see that. And then connect this part here, followed by this gray part, which of course will probably represent its when it opens up, and then a yellow trim right here, like that. So finally, going back to this, You'll need the red trim. One goes here, and then one slides. The bottom part of the trim of the gray part goes under, and then you want to close up the sides like that. I guess this could probably be done without actually being hooked up to the waist unit. And I gotta follow at least the instructions on how it is. So that's okay. The next part are the over-the-shoulder Gatling cannons. And we need to put so you know the wedge here is kind of like a triangle, and you gotta make sure to put the bottom barrel down like that. Then hook up the Gatling cannon covers. Actually, make sure that you want to slide it in first like that and bring it down so the gun will, you know, stick out like that. This is a cool effect. I kind of like this one. Whoops. Bring this over here. Bring it like that. Then you take the back portion of the kit, you know, the back armor of the torso, and stick it on like that and like that. Then bring it to the back like this, because there's pegs in the back here. Oh, I almost forgot. These needs to be folded in like that. There we go. Now, with a little bit of finagling, slide these two parts in, like so. Then slide the front part. Really. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Oh, it has to go over this. Okay. I was like wondering what the heck that was. There she goes. And then finally you put the yellow trim, which has a little bit of leftover plastic there. Like that. And there you go. That completes the torso and the waist unit of the G Gundam. So the last part of this kit happens to be the core lander, which is that shuttle fighter type thing that hooks up behind the G Gundam and has those wings that pops out to the sides. So let's prepare the wings. First thing we need to do is need to put the red trim parts here. Oops, it's in reverse. Let's put it correctly. There we go. So it looks like that. And then we have that like this. Then taking the bottom portion of the frame, obviously the red with the with these parts facing down, put it down like that. I think that's right. Yeah, facing down like that, and then like this, and then the bigger portion of the wing of the, I guess the wings, I don't have to call it wings, goes on top like this. Same thing here. And then the bottom portion has to be like this. There we go. And then you put on the upper portion of the frame, like that. Make sure it's nice and put in correctly, like that. This is nice and sturdy. Now, in this position, you want to put this part through here, like so. And then you have the pilot seat, which goes here, followed by the upper portion of the frame. Stick it in like that. Let's make sure everything's all nice and snug. Looks like it's snug, but I can't tell. Alright. And you stick in the canopy. The canopy goes like that. No. The canopy goes here. That can't be right. I don't want to force it. Hang on a second. Let's pop this open a bit. Move you into position like so. Alright, you go there. Now this one should go all the way down and in. Yeah. I gotta see if I can remove this. Hang on a second. Okay, it was odd how this was working. I had to force it in again, but I had to pop the whole thing out. I guess you need to put this on first before you close the whole kit together. And it tends to be loose, so if this doesn't want to stay put, it's going to get glued. So I'm going to bring it over again. And see what happens. Come on, get in there, you pain in the ass. Okay, now it went in. It shouldn't have been this difficult to put on, but I guess you gotta be very careful with this. Okay, the remaining part are these thruster intakes that goes in the back. I guess I'm gonna have to fold it down so I can put it in, like so. And then the thrusters. One goes here, and the other one goes here. That's it. And there you have it. Core Splendor is done. Let's move on to the final build.